Barbz. We back.
Now the Barbz is back.
We here.
Now Joe is a Barbz.
Let's go, young Nick.
He's such a fickle Barb.
This podcast for 2 years.
Hey.
I appreciate your patience tonight.
This nigga try to.
It's been a moment
He
since
did
I've
the
done
same
some
thing to
podcasts.
Cardi.
That's what he always
did the same thing to
Nicki
Cardi.
is Queens.
Quiet.
Queens, what up? Queens, what up?
Sometimes you just gotta let it out.
Mal. She's still a pink print. Now let it sink in. She spoke to Hove the other day. He's still the kingpin. Get the gun out, man. I'm phony?
Yes. OD phony.
Yes.
Why am I
But
phony?
I expected it because you did it with Cardi too.
He did it with
Yo,
Drake.
y'all
So,
are
so now he's back
trash.
on. Wait for this. Wait for this Drake album to come. And he gonna be back on. He gonna be OVO Joe again.
He's still the only nigga that I would have signed to.
You would have signed a Drake?
If I ain't signed to,
Listen,
if I ain't signed to Wayne's new fully designed crew. Man, hold up, man.
She been on Joe Bencorn. I know a diss when I see one.
All right, episode number 158 of the Joe Budden podcast. Nobody corrected me, so I'm just going to assume that is correct.
I think it's 7.
We
but
wouldn't
whatever.
know.
No, I think it is. What? See, Savon, hold me down, Savon. Episode 158 of the Joe Budden podcast. I'm your host, alongside some good friends of mine, Mal Parks, Rory, Erickson, and Savon. How is Barbz? I just want to. Hey, Barbz, are we here? Huh? Are we locked in?
Yo, you are on that list for the Barbz. They hate you.
No, they don't.
Meek sicked the Barbz on you, right?
Rory, you living in 2015, my nigga. You
Oh, they don't forget.
Mal,
You think
now, Mal.
you think 14-year-old girls forget
all right,
shit?
hold up. Before we get into the return of the Barbz, because we are gonna get into it. Just a few things I want to address, my friends. How's everybody feeling? Y'all good?
Great.
I'm cool.
Come on, Mal, with this fuck shit. Don't start your shit already, man. Mal, we pushed the podcast back a day because you had a previous engagement, right?
You got engaged?
You're right.
Are you gonna tell us?
That is kind of weird.
We all wanted to know what.
I
what
was
the
confused
engagement
when you put it in the text.
You didn't send the most professional text out there. Is
said,
that your call out of work text?
You pushed the podcast back to go play Family Feud at Taj.
How'd that go, by the way?
We
We
won.
won. And they were supposed to give us Beats headphones, and they gave us the $12.99 shit you get at Penn Station.
It was Friends That Feud,
Friends That Feud, excuse me.
Well, yeah, you got to be
and
careful.
we won. No thanks to Mal.
No thanks.
No
to
thanks to you.
you. No thanks to you. All you did.
You weren't even
You
at the
was running
table.
around
You
yelling
was
all
just
day.
running around.
Yelling with a cape on. That's what you did all night.
I don't think you contributed
Yeah,
one
you know,
answer,
you know his
Joe.
long hoodies.
Oh, he had a frock.
Yeah, he had a full length hoodie on.
Full length.
Full length
to the knees.
to the ankles. No,
That motherfucker was in a
back
sleeping
knee.
bag.
Yeah. He just had two slits on the side so he can like move his
Zippers,
legs.
zippers,
Zippers on the
zippers, not slits.
They look like slits.
I didn't have. No, they didn't. They look like zippers. And
look
you
like
were with
slits.
me. You were with me, so you saw.
I didn't know it was a zipper until just now, and I was with you for about 4 hours that
Were
night.
you looking at me?
I mean, everybody was. You was gallivanting around the whole spot all night
In a sleeping bag, apparently.
with a hood, sleeping bag with a hood.
It's going to draw some eyes.
y'all come alive when the mic's on. I like that.
Yeah, we professionals.
You know what I mean?
All of us can't get custom made hoodies.
You do have a lot of hoodies, bro.
A lot of custom hoodies.
I know a lot of creative people.
That's dope.
Tell us about this ensemble.
That's the,
About this little jungle.
the crack is whack?
little
It's the Keith Haring joint.
Spike Lee-ish thing.
Little Keith Haring inspired.
You can't wear all this pro-black shit and support Sabrina Claudio.
Yes, I can.
You are a phony nigga, man. All right, so Mal pushed the podcast back for reasons that will remain unknown. That's fine. I walked in on Parks.
Where's this going?
I walked in on Parks asking my good buddy Ian if this weekend he was free to get together and have a wives night.
couples night, man.
I immediately
Those keep a friendship
Yo,
strong.
he is such a loser, right?
Wives night. Neither of them are married.
No, but
I kind of hate when y'all keep doing that shit.
I didn't
What you
know.
mean?
They not your wife. That's your girl.
Well, okay.
Joe claimed he married. He not. He not even engaged.
Oh, you all in my business. You don't know what's going on in mine, sir. Let's keep the jokes where they should be. I didn't know men actually went through with wives' night, so that's why you're a loser. I know you have to act like you want to do it.
Well,
but you're actually planning like you are.
We say it.
No, you're trying to do it. And then Rory came in looking exhausted from work.
Yeah, man.
Which is already, he's a loser.
And it's tax week. That took a toll on me. I know you guys don't pay your taxes, but I do. And it's really tough.
What type of mood are you in the day?
Word.
That's like real life snitching that you're doing.
Word.
In case anybody from the IRS.
Because I know you guys pay your taxes. It was a joke.
Oh, here you go. I have to pay 2 taxes, so I don't look forward to tax time. Rory came in looking really exhausted from work, and he pulled out his laptop. And I didn't know Rory was the guy who got off of work and hooked his laptop up to do work. So I was really intrigued by that. So I was watching him, and I learned that Rory types really, really well. And then I was like, damn, Rory's a loser. You never want to know that your friends type that well. Mm-hmm. So you are trash. Parks
you use
is
your
trash,
2 index fingers to type?
And Mal is trash. So that is my friend update. All of my friends are still trash.
Thanks, Joe.
Now, Nicki Minaj. Let's get right to the business. Come on, Mo. You've been waiting for this moment.
I'm not saying
you've been waiting. That's why I don't like when you come in and try to be.
I'm not saying a single
word. It's a podcast,
word
so you have to say something.
Y'all already try to kill me every time I say something positive about Nicki. Y'all told me I'm down with the Barbz.
No, you are a Barb.
I'm not a Barb.
You are a Barb.
I don't have any Nicki music.
You
in my
wore a
library.
pink hoodie last week.
I don't care what I wore. I don't have any Nicki music in my phone, my computer at all. That's the thing that people don't know about me. I just know what good music is.
What does that mean?
I know what good music is versus the shit that y'all be hyping up.
What we hyped up.
What do we hype on?
Okay, now y'all don't know what y'all hyping.
Damn, Mo is extra aggressive toward us with this Nicki topic.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to stand.
You can't be a Nicki fan now. Don't do that.
He's half right though.
No, I'm 100% right.
Turn this live off and get it to you guys now.
I'm 100%.
All right, so let's have the conversation.
You can't be a Nicki fan now. Don't ride with Nicki now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why?
Stay over there at Atlantic.
Where's the roads coming from?
It's Mo's moment. His moment for life.
I'm chilling.
You are not chilling.
I'm chilling.
You're deflecting.
I'm not deflecting anything.
Listen.
I'm laughing at the fact that you, of all people, are on this Nicki wave now. You, of all people. You. Yes, you.
Can you delve further into the point you're making?
Because you spent your time shitting on Nicki for the past however many months.
Probably the last year and a half.
Exactly.
So
how now? How now are you a Barb all of a sudden? Because you are indeed a Barb now.
I'm sure they're still recruiting.
Can you click hop? Could you be part of the Navy too? And like, what's Cardi's people?
All right, since Maul doesn't want to properly explain what he's attempting to
I'm explaining what I'm telling you.
So if Nicki drops good music, you're telling me I can't like it?
I'm not saying you can't like it. I'm saying you're a Barb now. You can't sit on your laptop and be blasting Nicki's music and all of this other shit. You can't do that.
What if it's a jam, though?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Don't do that.
All right, I'm done with
That's
Maul.
called being fake.
No, it's not, Mo.
Yes, it is.
Well, no, it's not.
Because she's been putting out good music.
No, she hasn't.
Yes,
that is your opinion.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has been putting out good music. The whole Remy shit, niggas still. I'm still waiting for y'all to say I was right about that.
You're not right.
Okay.
You're not right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still taking Sheetha over.
You haven't been right.
You're taking
for
Sheetha over
2
what?
years.
No
with
frauds?
this
When the last time you played Sheetha?
When was the last time you played No Frauds?
That's not what I'm asking.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm asking.
And that's a single with Drake and Lil Wayne.
When is the last time you played anything from Remy?
All the Way Up is I listened to a lot.
All the way up, he just said.
That was her most recent single, no?
Yeah, I don't. Let's get to the bottom.
And first of all,
I don't
how
understand
often
what
you play-
Maul has against every female rapper that's not Nicki Minaj.
I don't have nothing against any female
Then
rapper.
why are
I'm
you
saying
asking
all
us
of
the last time we
I'm
played
saying all
Remy
the
Ma?
female rappers that y'all claim are better than Nicki at some point. Y'all don't even support them.
All right, Maul. I'm not listening to what
Right
you're
or
saying.
wrong? When have you supported
Wrong.
Remy on this podcast? When have you played anything from Remy?
Well, there's a lot of artists I don't play that I still support.
I'm asking
I just don't
you,
play
when
them on the
have you played anything
podcast.
from Remy? When is the last time you mentioned Remy?
Maul,
Joe doesn't play hip hop anyway.
yeah.
I'm just asking, when is the last
to
time you
answer
mentioned Remy's
But to
name?
answer your question with these horrific points you're making, I've purchased Remy Ma's
Now
music.
he's purchased music.
I have purchased Cardi's music. Over the weekend, I purchased Hardcore for the 9th time.
I hear you.
I purchased Eve's music.
All of that sounds good.
I purchased...
All of that sounds good.
Yeah, that's called supporting. I'm not like y'all. Y'all are fans of people. Y'all are fans of...
I don't even know these people. What are you talking about?
You act like you know.
No, you act like you... I don't know any of these people you talking about.
Okay.
I don't know any of these people.
So since you don't, allow me to continue with my very objective Nicki Minaj assessment. Unlike you, I'm going to criticize Nicki Minaj when Nicki Minaj does fuck shit. I am. You're going to defend it to the death. That's your prerogative.
What have I defended? I'm talking about music.
More, you're defending no frauds, my nigga. What are you talking about?
I said she was better. She's defending no frauds. I said she's the best female rapper, and y'all argue me down and say she's not.
Now I don't even know what conversation you're talking about.
I would still argue that she wasn't.
This is the second time I've come in here to big somebody up, and now you have me arguing with you about a point that I wasn't making.
I'm just saying.
Unfortunately for you, more, I can like the Nicki Minaj records, and I do.
No, you can.
I like them both.
But you're gonna hear about it from me.
And I am in support of both. Know why? She's moving different. She's rapping different. She sounds different. What part about all of that are you missing?
She's moving different.
And this ain't even really an argument for me to have with niggas like you, because I've called this for 2 years. And everything I've said about Nicki Minaj, her fucking ass turned around and did. So I don't really give a fuck what you talking about.
What did she turn around and do that you said?
I said stop with the accolades for 2 years. Right? Let's talk about it. I got points.
Stop with the accolades.
Yes.
She's talking about accolades on her new record.
Pardon me, sir. I told her for years, stop with the accolades when there's nothing to promote. You are too big of a superstar. I said that. Know what she did? She stopped.
Oh, she took heed to your words?
Whether subconsciously or not, we don't speak. But what I'm saying is well documented. Know what she did? She went away. Know what she did? She stopped posting her fucking accolades. That's what she did. When she put them 3 records out last year around the same time, they all were trash. They all were bad. They were bad with the iHeartRadio stimulus package. They were bad with all of the fucking celebrities trying to say they were good. Now you got me talking aggressive, and I'm trying to rep for the fucking Barbz. Barbz, we here now. Let me hit the gunshot on this motherfucker.
Barbz, we here.
She dedicated her entire first record featuring Drake and Wayne to Remy Ma. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. She shitted on a lot of women. Those were mistakes. I'm giving Nicki Minaj props for recognizing these as mistakes. I'm not in love with people. I'm only here for the music. Sorry, No Frauds wasn't hitting for me. That wasn't my vibe. That wasn't what I was jamming out to. Chun-Li, though.
It's a good record. I like Chun-Li a lot.
Chun-Li is hard. Chun-Li is hard.
You still got your winter jacket on.
This is a very light jacket, actually. It's like a spring jacket.
She got back to the basics. The whole Young Money crew is getting back to what made them successful before. Nicki just rapping on good beats and not trying to be something else, and Drake being the nice guy that he is and making nice records for women.
Let's stay on Nicki for a bit. Drake is always going to get his proper recognition. But this has been a plan, like, in the making for a little while for Nicki. She spoke about how, on that Zayn interview, and we're going to get into that Zayn interview, but she spoke about how some of the records were old. So last week, that record that snippet that was going around that people said was about Cardi, but all the Barbz said it was about Eve. So they were right, because that record didn't come out. So yeah, that record is old. Did you guys hear the Zayn interview? Anyone?
I did, yes.
I did not. I couldn't find it.
I listened to the records first, and if I didn't like the records, I wasn't going to watch the Zayn interview, because I've been on record on this podcast saying how much I hate Zayn Lowe interviews.
Right.
They're very scripted. He just rides the art, whatever the artist wants to talk about. Let's just talk how great you are. Let's never really address anything. And if we're going to address it, we're going to address it in your way with scripted answers that we've already talked about before we did the interview. And that's what happened this time. So I watched it because I thought the records were good, and I was on board with this new Nicki and this rollout that she has, but nah. Fuck out of here, Zayn. Like I always say with every interview you do.
I liked one of them, like the first one. I forgot who it was, but maybe Kanye or something.
Zayn Lowe, and I'm sorry, Larry.
Even the Kanye one, we'll stay on Nicki, but the Kanye one, Kanye was doing what Kanye was doing, and all Zayn was doing was saying, "Oh my God, you're the greatest ever." Like, Can you at least challenge some of the nuts things that Kanye is saying right now?
I know Zane Lowe is Larry Jackson's man. So.
Yeah, he's had a lot to do with the creative shit of Apple Music, and I give him his credit there. Just interviewing ain't his thing.
Zane Lowe is easily one of the worst interviewers I've ever heard. Listening to that Nicki interview, boy, he was horrendous. And anytime it felt like she was about to give you something where you could lean on, he stopped it.
Scripted answers. They had that interview before with the cameras off already. That was the second time they did that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear Zane Lowe anymore. What did?
And it could be edited if she even goes over that line, which I know a lot of interviews can, but they're on a different type of time with Apple. They know if I bring my artist to Zane, it'll be safe. This is exactly what I want to be portrayed.
Speaking of advice that I've given, right, that I think people have followed, whether knowingly or not. I didn't expect Nicki Minaj to do any other interviews. I didn't expect her to do Breakfast Club or really Ebro. You know, I expected one big splash, right? But I have what I think is a phenomenal idea. And Nicki, if you're listening, just hear me out here. Oh, Maul's going to get a real kick out of this one. I think the best thing for Nicki Minaj to do right now, or before that album drops, is a podcast.
Like her own one with guests, or go on someone else's podcast?
No, this one.
Oh, well, I'm on board.
We're right in Queens. We're right in Queens.
Joe's idea is to come on my podcast. I like it.
She can do her thing on my couch.
Well, can we not disrespect her? What do you mean? You can't even say "do your thing on my couch" with the Me Too movement going on.
That's true.
You gotta be very careful with your words. Hear me out. Nicki should hate me, right? But we have the #1 podcast, and we don't have ads. So if that interview does 50,000 or 50 million, it's not gonna change, but so much, right?
Right.
So that eliminates our agenda. Mm-hmm. That's one. Two, the interview that people want to hear is her not across from Zane Lowe. Okay. She has to get back to the roots, i.e. Meek Mill doing Taxes podcast while they had beef. I thought that was a genius idea. I mean, and it don't have to be this podcast, but she should do a podcast. We done hearing Zane Lowe and Nicki Minaj. It's over.
Yeah, it would have to be like a podcast that's kind of brutally honest and not, super industry-y.
Well, that's why she might as well come do this podcast.
That's true.
Maul is here. He ain't gonna let it get too crazy.
Yeah, but if you've looked at if you watch the Zayn interview, the angle that they was trying to portray is that everyone has made me the bad guy and I'm not the bad guy. If she goes on a quote unscripted podcast,
I said that on Everyday Struggle too. By the way, I said Nicki raps way too well for y'all to let her use the sympathy card like she's going to be able to use if y'all keep attacking her this way. And she sure enough came out with the sympathy card.
Yeah,
with the victim card, with the nobody likes me, everybody hates me, especially all the men. Mm-hmm. Like she feels this way. Yeah. I want to get into these records a little bit, and then I want to get to Cole. Right? Hold
on, before we get there, do you think she has any right in that sense to feel like people in the industry hate her?
She thinks that men don't like her?
Yeah. Huh. She said that a lot.
In her defense, there has been a little bit of a Nicki hate since Cardi's came around, I think. I think she has some grounds to stand on. I'm not want her to sit there and cry about what happened between the Migos.
Niggas hated Nicki before Cardi came around.
I think it heightened a bit.
I think that's the part that gets confused. Yeah, of course it heightened because now there was another woman to cheer for.
And
same way when Remy came home, there was another woman to cheer for.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right, back to, wait, where's my shit here? All
right, list man.
Nicki, Zayn. Oh, I would play these Nicki records because I'm in full support of them, but Universal is like the only label that still enforces that don't play our shit.
Universal's the worst.
Like, why are they? I understand that Frank Ocean really fucked them over in that whole Apple deal.
That was swag.
I was on Insta Live playing the Nicki record and they cut it off.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
They cut the Insta Live off. So that told me, you know,
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Word. It's alive?
yeah. So I won't play those records, but I want to get into them a little bit because I thought there was a lot of information in them records. First of all, let's get to Barbie Tings. My bad for saying Tings, right? I thought, Mal, that was how you should diss Remy. I thought that was eloquently done. It was a great sub, and it was in and out. It wasn't too much attention and too much focus, and it was well put. Was it worth it? Dummy, I ain't mind the bit. Still on that show, getting no chips. Time to dip, huh? Get it? Chips.
They dip, yeah.
Dip.
I do. I get it.
So that whole song is a Cardi and Remy diss.
Is that the one with the Suck MC's drums?
They both,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like how she did it. And all right, let me pull this from the Zayn interview. Since you it was very hard to pull anything from that fuckity fuck ass Zayn interview. But this is what I did pull. Tokyo,
The city?
the hairdresser.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It always comes down to the hairdresser.
Oh,
Makeup and hair chicks know
everything.
everything. I mean, it's a dude, but my bad.
Tokyo is a hairstylist
Okay.
who works for Cardi, who used to work for Nicki. Probably why those bad baby hair pics went out. But do y'all know how serious it is? She said it very casually. But when you listen to the records and she started talking about bitches taking her style,
Like, yeah, you taking my whole
when
team that helped.
you taking my, I had to leave off IG. You was talking my shit. There's hurt there. There's hurt there.
Over the hairdresser.
Yeah, you better fucking believe you took my hairstylist.
I mean,
On the day I was supposed to shoot the video with you,
Dog.
that's chess.
Dog. That's big there.
I love him.
You know what's funny about you, Mal? I would have did this podcast yesterday without you, but because we were going to discuss Nicki, I wanted to wait. And now you sitting here with the nerve to be fucking quiet.
I'm listening. I didn't know any of this. I didn't see the interview, so I'm gaining information right now.
Well, why don't you give me your analysis of the songs?
I like Chun-Li better than the other record. I think they're both good, but Chun-Li I think is the one.
Boy, that Chun-Li beat is hard.
Yeah.
I wasn't all the way in on the hook at first.
I was going to say, I think that's what's going to lead the record.
At first. And then I quickly realized I was wrong. And then I just started getting into the structure of that record. And then it reminded me of that Meek and Nicki record that came out, and Meek was doing interviews. Both of them were doing interviews saying how she kind of had to A&R that record, and he didn't want to go with that, and she kind of put it together. And that record worked and did really well. It led me to Nicki Makes Records. Nicki Makes Records. So when I'm listening to the awkward structure in this Chun-Li song, because boy was I laughing at those talk breaks. But as I kept playing the record, those talk breaks were necessary because she knows how to make a song. But why does she have to sing on every damn thing? That's my only... Why is she asking for the password to Wi-Fi on the end of Chun-Li? Can somebody tell me?
Have you paid data plan charges? When you go over, they're pretty expensive.
well, now they got the thing where it just pops up and you can just sign
Guys,
something.
that wasn't the point I was getting at.
Oh, my bad.
I was more so talking about the singing at the end of the
the
song
singing.
where she's asking for the password to the Wi-Fi. I could have done without that.
I
Even
mean,
though
she's been doing that since mix, like before she even popped, she was doing that. She was doing that on like the Best I Ever Had beat. She would sing at the end of all those. That's like her style.
No, I'm not talking about singing. I'm talking about asking for the password to the Wi-Fi while you're singing on the end of the song. That sounds like a hit. And I mean, I get why it's done.
After a Scarface impression.
Yeah. That was my only thing with that one. But I'm in. I'm in. I don't have any more to say about these two records. I'm just gonna wait to hear some more.
The video, I was a little disappointed. I think that record warranted more than the cell phone in the studio play. I know in the Zayn shit she ran with the story that, I was just doing angles in the studio and then we shot the whole video. But that, I think, could be a hit, and there's a lot you can do with that sound and that concept for a video. So I think that one might just get brushed aside the way it could have actually done some numbers.
And I might be overanalyzing here. Well, I definitely am overanalyzing here. I think there's some Migos smoke in between them two records too. I think she very eloquently put. I think that whole Hove, I'm signed to Wayne's fully designed crew part is kind of like a dig.
How so? Know if I'm following yet.
Okay, all right. Let me try to get to how I got here. Every female rapper has a guy. Everyone. Eve had DMX. Yeah. Cardi has Offset. Yeah. Foxy had fucking Hove. Foxy had Big too.
And Nas.
Yeah, Foxy gets
Queen Latifah. Oh yeah, I guess
Rod Digger had
Rod Digger had Bust. They all had one.
God damn it.
Yeah, fucking Yo-Yo had Ice Cube.
Yeah.
For our female listeners, I want to be wrong, but
Lady of Rage had fucking who did Rage have?
Who did MC Lyte have?
Yeah. Huh?
MC Lyte.
I used to remember who they told me wrote.
KC wrote a lot of that stuff. King of Chill.
It broke my heart. But I mean, so my point was, why is Nicki Minaj telling us that she spoke to Hove and that she would sign there if she didn't sign to the hottest crew ever, which is Wayne and Drake? We're all agreeable there. This after the news that Cardi changed teams. Mm-hmm. She had another jab in there about changing teams. I can't play the music, so I can't go to it. I just think that she's saying we still them niggas. I'm still that bitch. Wayne and Drake is still Wayne and Drake. In the interview, she said she was a little mad at Quavo and them.
For what?
Because when she texted him and said, hold me down, he hit back and said, if you was my girl, I would hold you down, LOL. So
yo, Offset really hit Nicki with "You not even my girl."
No, I think that was Quavo that said that.
Whichever one.
So
that matters. Whichever one it was.
I think it was Quavo.
No, I think it was Offset because his girl was Cardi. You're not my girlfriend. Cardi's my girlfriend.
I think I saw that. It was Quavo.
It was Quavo saying, "Yo, I would defend you if you was my girl."
Oh, all right. Now I see why she was upset. That's a little foul coming from. I thought it was Offset saying like, "You're not my girl. Cardi's my girl."
No, it was Quavo. Okay. So I got that little bit from the Zayn interview. So when you bring up Hove is still the kingpin, I mean, it just sounds like you taking me somewhere. And I would have fucked with him if I didn't fuck with these niggas. It just sounds like you are indirectly saying you and them niggas that everybody says is piping hot. I don't view y'all that way.
Sure, can we not use the word piping? I know it's becoming popular. It's just weird.
Is piping becoming popular?
It's in the Drake song. It's that one song, Pipe It Up. It's just too much for, I don't
There's a song that says pipe it up, pipe it up.
I believe so.
Why are you listening to Pipe It Up?
I played at a club.
Why are you at a club where they're playing Pipe It Up? Why didn't you read? Wait, what song is that? I don't know the song.
I don't know that song.
I think that's a Migos record.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Pipe It Up.
And then Drake said it, and then you just said it. I'm scared that this is becoming a word that is loosely used.
It's a word.
Anyway, that was just me overanalyzing some shit.
Yeah, but I think you are a little bit here.
Well, I mean, I'm just getting it from the interview too.
No, I think there's something there with the Migos, obviously, because she straight said it and started crying. But I don't know if that section in the song was.
Do we think that Nicki Minaj knows how to cry on cue?
Yes, she went to LaGuardia High School. I think that was a course.
Yeah, I think she needed to take the course again. I wanted to see some water, some actual tears fall or some shit. Do we have anything else to say about Nicki? Hold up. Oh my God. Oh, what did she say? I'm in my prime. Nicki has to stop doing that prime optimist thing. It's over for that. But the next bar was telling. What'd she say? That's why I was digging deep into that. That whole verse. I'm in my prime. Optimist. Sagittarius, so you know I'm an optimist, right? Yeah, I was definitely digging too deep. I started to think about some of the other Sagittarius rappers.
Oh, yeah. You got all right,
digging
man.
way too deep. How do you know so many rappers' astrological signs?
You definitely have heard Pipe It Up. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, because I felt like Nicki Mal's having a blast. I felt like she was addressing some shit that was just very below the radar. So then I wondered, why is she telling us her sign? I thought that.
Women do that often.
Nah.
You do that.
Not in
There's
bar.
definitely a bunch of Virgo Joe bars
But
somewhere.
in bar number 2 to say Sagittarius, so you know I'm an optimist. I said, Nicki really doesn't miss a beat. And I feel like she's about to respond to a whole bunch of people about a whole bunch of shit. So I looked up some of the other Sagittarius rappers. And there
What
was,
site had that?
And there was Google. And there was Drake. Wait.
Oh, God.
Who doesn't miss a beat? Y'all are laughing.
No, he's
He's
got good timing.
Does Drake miss a beat more?
No.
Wayne. He don't miss a beat.
Wayne,
Hove.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
He's not a Sagittarius.
Well, his picture was there.
He's a Libra,
He's a
I
Libra.
think. Yeah.
His birthday's like the day
Yeah, but
before
you know,
mine.
he's a Packers fan and a
That's-
Vikings fan. You know, he might have
That's a
two
good
signs.
point, yeah,
He
yeah.
might have two signs. Hove, Sag, don't miss a beat.
I don't know much about astrology. You know that.
You know Hove don't miss a beat.
Oh, no, yeah. No, not at all.
It's important I say this stuff because when we used to say how people didn't miss a beat, well, when I used to say that Hove didn't miss a beat, everybody just laughed at me and said, "Nigga, Hove don't know you. Get the fuck out of here, nigga." You know, it was very difficult to fathom that stars of that magnitude didn't miss a beat. I don't know. I read into that Nicki song a little too deep, but I'm waiting for the next one. Okay. And I think she's swinging at niggas. Speaking of swinging at people, before I was rudely interrupted last week with my cold points.
Yes, wipe your forehead off.